Hello and welcome back to Real Mummy. I'm Lucy and I'm recording this at 8:47 on a Wednesday night. I know that because I just looked at the clock and I swear it was 7 o'clock about 4 hours ago. It wasn't. It was an hour and 47 minutes ago. But bedtime has this when minutes feel like days. Anyway, the kids are asleep, I think. I'm not going to check because if one of them is standing at the end of the hallway, I lose my mind. So let's just talk. Here's the thing about bedtime. Every single night, I start with good vibes. Like genuinely, I'm calm, I'm present, I've got the bath running, I've picked out the pajamas. I'm like one of those mums in the fabric softener ad. Soft lighting, warm towels. I'm even doing the voices during story bedtime. I'm giving it a full performance. Different voice for every character. I'm doing the bear, I'm doing the mouse, I'm doing the old lady who swallowed a fly. And I think to myself, yeah, I'm nailing this. This is the mum I want to be. This is beautiful. This is connection. And then about 11 minutes in, it all falls apart. Every single night. It starts with the stories. Now, we have a rule in our house, 2 stories each. That's 4 stories total because there's 2 of them, which is already a lot. But fine, I agree to it. That's the deal. Except it's never 4 stories because my 6-year-old will pick a book and then halfway through go, actually, no, not this one. So that one doesn't count apparently. And then my 4-year-old wants the same book we read every night for 3 weeks straight. It's about a panda who can't sleep. Ironic, isn't it? A panda who can't sleep being read by a child who also won't sleep to a mother who is desperate to sleep. We're all in the same boat, me and this panda. So we get through the 4 stories and then it comes. Just one more? No. Just a short one? No. Just one more page of this one? That's not even how books work. Can you just read the back? The back. My 4-year-old asked me to read the barcode last week. The barcode. She pointed it and said, "What does that bit say?" And I said, "It says go to sleep." She did believe me. Fair enough. Then we do teeth, which is this whole thing, but I'll save that for another episode because I could talk for an hour about the toothpaste drama alone. Then it's into bed. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Kisses, cuddles, night, night, love you too, mummy. Beautiful. Door closes. I take 2 steps down the hallway. Mom! Every time. 2 steps. That's all I get. I don't even make it to the end of the hall. I need to do a wee. Right. Now, the child went to the toilet right before the bath, after the bath, and once during the stories. That's 3 wees in 45 minutes. But sure, let's go again. So she goes, does the tiniest wee in the history of the world. We're talking a teaspoon, maybe less. Washes her hands for about 6 minutes though. Really thorough. Great technique. Back to bed, tuck, tuck, tuck again, door closes. 3 steps this time. I get an extra step, progress. Mom! What? I need to do a poo now. No, you don't. I do. You don't. I really do. She didn't. She sat on the toilet and talked to me about her friend's new shoes for 4 minutes and then said, actually, it's gone away. Yeah, I bet it has. Okay, so then we get past the toilet rounds. Everyone's back in bed, lights off. And this is when the thirst kicks in. It's like a switch. The second the light goes off, both of them are dying of thirst, like they've been in a desert, like they haven't had a single drink all day. Mom, I need water. You have water? There's a drink bottle next to your bed. It's not cold anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to bring some ice? Maybe a slice of lemon, a little umbrella. My 6-year-old actually said this to me once, and I swear this is true. She said, this water tastes like it's been there a long time. It had been there since I poured it 20 minutes earlier. She's 6, but apparently the water wasn't fresh enough. So I go to the kitchen, I get new water, I come back. She takes 1 sip, and puts it down. I could have cried. Now here's the bit that really gets me. The random stuff that comes out of their mouths the second they're supposed to be sleeping. It's like bedtime flips a switch in their brains and suddenly they want to have deep and meaningful conversations. All day I've been asking them about school. How was your day? Fine. What did you do? Nothing. Cool. Great chat. But at 8 p.m, oh, now you want to talk. Now you've got questions. My 6-year-old hit me with this one last Tuesday. Lights off, room dark. I'm literally walking out the door. Mom, yeah, do fish have feelings? What? Do fish have feelings? It's 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, honey. I don't know. I don't know if fish have feelings. I can barely identify my own feelings right now. And the main one is tired. But she wanted an answer. She was genuinely concerned about the emotional lives of fish. So I stood in the doorway and said, yeah, probably a little bit. Now it's time to go to sleep. Great parenting. Really thorough. And then there's the confessions. Oh, the confessions. Bedtime is like a courtroom. They just start admitting things out of nowhere. My 4-year-old 2 weeks ago, Mummy, yes, honey, I drew on the wall. What wall? The wall in the hallway. When? Last week. She just offered it up like that. No one asked. No one had found it yet. She just couldn't hold it in anymore. The guilt was eating her alive, apparently. I went and checked the next morning, and it was the tiniest little line. At least barely there. Then there's the I'm scared phase, which, look, sometimes it's real. And when it's real, I'm there straight away, no question. But sometimes it's not real. Sometimes I'm scared means I'm bored and I want you to come back in. My 6-year-old told me she was scared of a shadow on her wall. I came in, looked at the shadow. It was her dressing gown hanging on the door. Her dressing gown that has been hanging there every single night for a year. It's pink and has a unicorn on it. But tonight, apparently it's terrifying. So I moved it. Better? Yeah. Good night. Night, Mum. Wait, Mum? Yes. Can you leave the door open a tiny bit? It is open a tiny bit. It's always open a tiny bit. A bit more. So I opened it a bit more. That's too much. I swear she's messing with me. I think she knows exactly what she's doing. She's 4 years from being a teenager and she will be running the show. And through all of this, all of it, the wheeze, the water, the fish feelings, the wall art, the scary dressing gown, through all of it, there is one thought in my head, one single thought keeping me going. The couch and my snacks. That's it. That's what's getting me through. Because at some point during the bath, probably when I was doing the voice of the old lady who swallowed a fly, I made a plan. Tonight's plan was a cup of tea and a block of Cadbury I hid behind the frozen peas. That was the goal. That was the finish line. And every time one of them called out, every time I went back down the hall, I just thought, the chocolate is waiting. The chocolate believes in me. The chocolate is not going to ask me if fish have feelings. So finally, it goes quiet. And I just stand at the end of the hallway and I wait. Because you can't trust the silence straight away. The silence is a trap sometimes. You have to wait at least 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to be safe. I stand there like a soldier on guard, not breathing, not moving, just listening. And when I'm sure, really sure that no one is going to call out, I do the creep. You know the creep. Every mum knows the creep. Down the hallway, avoiding the floorboard that squeaks, past their door without looking in because a glance might wake them up somehow. And then I'm free. I hit that couch like I've just finished a marathon. Shoes off, bra off, brain off. TV on, chocolate out. And for about 10 minutes, I just sit there. No talking, no being needed, not answering questions about fish, just sitting. It's the best 10 minutes of my day. I'm not even watching what's on TV. I'm just existing as a person, not a mum. Just a person on a couch with chocolate. It's beautiful. But then, and I hate this bit because it gets me every single time, before I go to bed, I check on them. I always check on them. And I open the door and they're asleep, like properly asleep. And they look perfect. They look like little angels. My 4-year-old sleeps with her mouth open and one arm hanging off the bed. My 6-year-old tucks herself in so tight she looks like a little burrito. And I stand there and I feel this massive wave of love. Like my chest actually aches. And I think, God, they're so beautiful. They're so perfect. I'm so lucky I could cry. And then I remember that 20 minutes ago, one of them was asking me to read a barcode and the other one was confessing to war crimes. And then I think, nah, they're not angels. They're tiny little chaos agents who I love more than anything in the world, but they are absolutely feral at bedtime. And that's just how it is. Right, that's me for tonight. I'm going to go and eat the rest of all that chocolate before I fall asleep on the couch again, which I will because I'm knackered. If your bedtime is also a circus, just know mine is too, every single night. And if your kid has ever asked you a deep philosophical question at 8 p.m. when you were trying to leave the room, tell me, send me a message. I want to hear it. Because do fish have feelings? Can't be the weirdest one out there. Right, I'm going. Night, night. Don't ask me for water.